Yes. Finally left with the plan fear. Never trust your sus. We define what's real. Shuffle shit, took losses. You know the deal. It was never an option to miss a meal. It was never an option to skip a bill. Got low, mindset of a Navy SEAL. Took my queen off the board. Now we move freely. Episode of Don't Sleep on the Couch podcast. I go by Cash, aka Exec P. This is episode 182, you know what I mean? So this is October. It seems like this is the part of the time, where we're just like, we're just going to interview a lot of dope artists. Fortunately, I know quite a few dope artists that have dropped some projects over the last month or two. So right now it's just seeming like the perfect timing just to get all of these guys on here. So today we got MC out of Queens, New York. I mean, KNOWITALL's been on here before with The Machine. Now he's back again with Music Save Me Part 2. This time with a long-time collaborator at this point, Skip the Kid. So as y'all know, we always want to bring on artists and the producers, especially with these one-to-one pairings, so they make good music together.
Yo, I hear the beat is swear to meet you at the top. Take off this pin top from Greg Popovich. Niggas used to mock me like I was a mark. Now my shot got arc in it. Every track a 30-point triple-double. And lyrically I'm trouble. We helping the game recover. Rapping like dribbling. Every feature is a pass. I'm expecting you to splash it. I rap my way through hell. Make you tear an ACL. Achilles. Skip sent the beat like I know it all. Achilles. Got it jumping like...
I'm not going to hold you too long. Without further ado, welcome to the couch for the second time. KNOWITALL, welcome to the couch, man. Skip, how y'all doing?
Thank you, bro. Thank you for having me again, bro. Appreciate it.
Oh, for sure, man, for sure. One of the most hilarious people on Twitter to me, man. So, yeah, man. Skip, how you doing, man?
Good, yourself. Thanks for having me.
Hey, no doubt, man. So, man, again, I always ask everybody, I mean, how does it feel, man? Like, it seemed like y'all had this in the tuck for a minute. I know you've been promoting it for a while, man. I know you've been itching to put it out. You've been putting snippets out there, and I'm like, I feel like you done. You know what I mean? What made you guys kind of pace it out and just kind of be very patient with putting it out?
Well, from my perspective, we were just trying to get it right and make sure that everything was to our liking and getting features back and stuff like that. Because, we did Music Save Me 1, we ain't have no features, so it was a much quicker process. When you're working with other dope artists that you're willing to wait on and things like that, that takes up a lot of the time. And I'm grateful and I'm glad that we waited.
For sure. So just for the people that don't know you guys and y'all history with Part 1 and just other records that you guys work with, just kind of give them a brief history of just, you guys individually. I already said you're from Queens. Skip, introduce yourself formally, and then we'll kind of get into, how you guys started working together.
All right. I'm from Newcastle, Pennsylvania. It's like right on the line of Ohio, like 10 minutes away. Originally from Connecticut, so I grew up for like 25 years and I'm here. We met through Twitter. He actually reached out first in DMs. I was mad surprised because I already was listening to his shit and into him. So I was definitely hyped. I think maybe the first thing we ever did was Soil on My Sneaks, maybe, right? I think, that was definitely in the first pack for sure.
Yeah, no, you're right. That is the first one. You're right.
But I don't know if I think it's the first one you got back too.
Yes,
but then
yes, I believe
it was just a rap after that. It was just a rap after that. It's been great ever since.
Yeah, met Skip on Twitter, like he said. I heard about him through another artist, Wordplay Clay. Shout out him. Wordplay Clay was the first artist that I heard of that was massive, that was fucking with Skip beats and shit. So I heard him. I was like, oh, this shit fire. So I hit him up. We ended up clicking, becoming good friends, and we make music all of the time. But more than that, like I consider Skip a friend.
Same.
Dope.
And it's all. I think the music comes out better when you do that. When you, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
no. Yeah, I agree.
I think it means a lot more to the people involved, the people that listen, and just the project or the work itself. I really do. Like every time I work with a person more like hands-on, or we're more involved, or we're closer as people, it's always a better product.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, because KNOWITALL, do you like kind of like for you? I know for me, the more people cater to whatever I'm trying to do sound wise, or kind of knows already what I'm gonna sound like, or they're making something particularly for me, it just feels easier. Like how How can you
For sure.
explain that relationship?
Man, Skip, it's like Skip it's like knows what I'm thinking. Like he always comes with the crazy stuff. Like he knows what I like. He know I like the crazy sounding shit. He know I like I like the simple loops too. Like I don't want you to do too much to it. Like just leave it how you first made it. Leave it raw. Pause. But yeah. And it's like he just read my mind with these beats and these samples that he picks. Like word.
Yo, Skip, how long you been doing it, man? I know I don't know how long it's been, but I know it's probably about 5 years. Or so.
July 2020. I
So
started.
okay, you're along the same wave with everybody else that kind of just coming back into it or
But
just
I didn't
learning.
tell nobody for like 6 months, and I just tried to. And even when I did tell people, I didn't know how to work the machine. I didn't know what I was doing yet.
Right.
But just keep working.
For sure. That's a beauty in that too, man. Like with how easy it is. Well, I won't say easy because this machine behind me is kicking my ass. So I'm not even gonna say.
See one?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's a great tool, but there's a lot I don't even know still.
Yeah. I mean, in 2 years you're not gonna learn it all, but the thing is, like, I think you got a good workflow going now, and just kind of you know what you're doing. And I'm definitely gonna get into the nerd piece of the producer ear and stuff like that. So
he's going crazy. Skip constantly dropping, constantly. Yeah, he does his thing, man.
Sure,
I always commend him for that.
Yeah, it's a few on here I want to talk about to be, kind of, because I think you're right, though, like when you say like just not do too much with the loops and not do too much with the beats, and just kind of sometimes I think it's important, and Skip, you chime in here to where the producer gets out the way sometimes and just not try to do too much.
I got something I want to say to that. A lot of producers overproduce. And that's what they overproduce. And they don't necessarily always think from what the artist may want. They think, oh, this sounds fire to me. I want it to be this. I want it to be this way. But like the point is, are you trying to get rappers to rap on it, or are you just doing instrumentals? Because there's a difference. I mean, to some extent, you have to cater to the type of rappers that you want on your beats.
Oh, for sure. Right. It's not a beat tape. You know what I mean? You presenting it to a rapper. You know what I mean? And I think it just needs to be. Yeah, I mean, you could go crazy, but some people can't do that, man. Some people don't want to rap with all the mess going on and stuff like that.
I know that. I do that shit too, but people don't like that shit. I mean, it just depends on the person to the rapper. But like before you said, I think keeping it simple, listening to Derringer early, mad simple, but it's just everything's like so crisp, and I don't know. So I take a little bit. I seen him in an interview once, and he just said he likes keeping shit simple. So I always stuck with that.
So separate question for both of you guys, and both in what you do. What's the difference between part 1 and part 2 from you guys' opinion, your growth, life, and all that in consideration?
You want me to answer first?
For sure. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, I think we both progressed a lot and got a lot better at what we both do in the time since we made the first one. Another difference is we had a better chemistry, much better chemistry. We had a better understanding of how we work. Also, there are features on it, like features that we both genuinely wanted on a project. Like we really put our minds together on this project. From the cover art to everything, like we really worked together. I feel like on the first one, it was more us getting to know each other. You understand what I'm saying?
I agree with that too. Plus, I think the first one came at a time in both of our lives, like East one too, was just different, but it was like meant to be almost. And this one, like the first one was just 6, but I think it held its own for the 6 it was, like solid 6. And I was a little bit intimidated when he said he wanted to do 15. I'm not gonna lie to you. And if you ask Jules or anybody, I want to do triple albums and shit all the time, like I'm an idiot. So I was like, I'm like, damn, like 15. I'm like, how are we gonna do 15? That's like triple what we did and still keep it. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. That's crazy you say that, because like 15 years ago, doing 15 joints
was nothing. Right?
Was nothing. You know?
Yeah, I know. But now it's like, now if I tell a rapper like, yo, let's do like 12, like, I might be like, let's do 7, 8. I'm like, yo, got like 100 beats. Let's go.
7 is the number. 7 is the number everybody likes to do.
I like 11 now.
Yeah, but this is a little bit more than you typically do, though. I don't know, though. Like as far as
Oh, for sure.
You might even have brought that up in conversations too.
Soul Surgery was Soul Surgery had 10 songs. The Machine had 11. So yeah, I mean, yeah, this is definitely the most I've ever done.
Solid project. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the features. I mean, of course, that's clearly the difference, as you guys have both mentioned. What made you go grab features this time around, and you know, how just tell me about some of the songs or just any good stories y'all got from going through those features and getting some of the verses back.
Fun process. Fun process. Yeah. Worked with a lot of people that I'm real close with friends like Patty Honcho, Blaq Chidori, Backwood Sweetie, MC Mills, people that I talk to basically on a regular basis. Morning Run, that's my guy. Basically everybody in the jigs. Also, this is just from my opinion. I wanted to bring people that people never heard me with, like my man Jigs. He from ATL. Shout out ATL. Who else? I never worked with MC Mills, and I never worked with Drums. Drums is a kid. He from Queens too, though. He from out here. But right. Yeah, I just wanted to bring some people that people never really heard to it, because I know I have like a platform that some people actually tune into. So I wanted to give some light on some other talent that I know.
Okay.
I would say just what he said, but he definitely reached out to a few more than I was thinking of. Like, it was more his idea and probably about half of them, I think. I know Morning Run and Backwood were more on the late side. I'm really glad that worked out how it did. Like the Backwood story.
That Morning Run feature.
I mean, everything about
that shit came out of me.
Yeah, I've been talking Morning Run for a minute, so maybe that sparked it up too, because we've been talking. So I was like, yo, it'd be dope if we could.
Shout out to him. Shout out Morning Run. That's my guy.
He helped us a lot, and the Backwood thing was funny too, because her verse was completed, and then she kept listening to it. She's like, "Yo, Skip, I liked it so much. I gotta add more." So we waited, we added more, and I like it. I'm glad we did.
Yeah.
Everybody did their thing.
I think so. And for me, I mean, I've heard all of them outside. I know Mills from Twitter and just like interacting and stuff like that. I won't say no, but like. So I was familiar with everybody on the project except for Jigs, and for him, I think it was maybe the beat and what he said on the beat, to where I was like, okay, if he got more work, I probably need to check him out at some point.
He's fast, man.
He's dope.
Yeah, that's the matter of fact. Jigs, the first feature we got back.
Yep.
Dope.
And I was like, I was surprised. I'm like, damn, like I didn't know you fucked with him. I did a little bit too, so I was like, that's dope.
He crazy. He went spazzed on that shit.
Yeah. He brought a new energy. You was doing what you was doing on there, and the witty lines, and then the bars, and jump back into a witty line, and then he came in, and the energy changed on the track. You know what I mean? And I think that's kind of important in the album too. You know what I mean? To often bring people in that, number one, sound different tonality wise, and then number two, bring something different. Like, you're not featured just because you my homie. Bring something to the table.
Right, exactly.
For sure. But one feature I want to talk about.
I got a lot of friends that rap that ain't been on my shit.
It is what it is, man. I do too personally. I just like, yo, man, we ain't on the same wavelength right now. Like, time, like, what we talk about, what you talk about, I just, gotta let it be, man. We can go kick it at the bar. But yo, Skip, man, was that on purpose, the MC Mills joint? Like, where you just randomly had to skip the kid drop?
Fucked up. Yeah, we fucked up. I don't even know. He might know this. So he hit me. He's like, yo, you got to double that beat. I was like, all right, bet. And I was probably doing 8 million things at the time, beat-wise. And I didn't even think about it. When I got it back, I'm like, oh, fuck. Yeah. Damn, but it's what you did was so fire. I'm like, and then we laughed about it after.
You got to leave that shit, right?
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, that was my bad, though. But I'm glad that it happened like that. It was like meant to be almost.
To author alternate versions of my life to overwrite these curses. Cursive connected lines that I devised in my reality, deciphered between lies that they conducted, ideals that we've been sucked in. It sucks when I'm being interrupted. Still grappling with the thought of freedom, thought I needed saving, inundated with these Adam's apple teachings. I was screaming Cinderella be a cinder block as she grabbed her own pair of sneakers. My pair of feet was on the path that's beaten, uneven, and had me leaning toward philosophy.
Okay.
To MC Mills from Houston. Yeah. Shout out Houston. Shout out all of the rappers that I had from the South on here. Like, Man, I ain't regional bias when it comes to MCs. If you nice, you nice. So yeah, shout out to them.
Yeah. And I'm definitely the same way, man. Been around a lot of different countries, a lot of different places in the States as well. So I'm well versed in different type of sounds. And like I think leaving New York when I, growing up there at 18 and seeing different things, man, definitely opened me up to a lot of people. And it's funny you say I didn't ever catch Mills being from Houston. Jigs didn't sound like he was from Atlanta. You know what I mean? Or, like, so it's crazy that everybody kind of still gravitates to a certain type of rap, which is bars. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's dope, man. That's dope.
I say one other thing.
Go ahead,
I
man.
messed up on another beat too. I don't know if
Know-It-All. Which one was that?
The used to beat was totally different. I left the room, come back. I went to get something to eat or drink. And I had it playing. I turned it off, and I must have switched something on the program. And it switched the whole thing, the drum thing. I had like 2 drum things on there, and it just caught crazy. Yeah, it was just like.
Hey,
so I don't even know it. I can't even remember what the original sounds like, to be honest with you.
They call that a beautiful mistake.
Yeah,
that's a beautiful mistake.
That's an ill story.
It's an ill beat, and I didn't even know if you could rap to it, but I knew like he was one of the ones that could, to be honest. You know what I mean? That's one other thing with him. Like, if there's some awkward shit or like offbeat, like I know I could. If he might not, but the chance, could be like phenomenal. So it's like that's how I'd be thinking.
Dope.
So give me a challenge. I like a challenge.
All right. One of the joints I wanted to talk about, that was one of my favorite, and for no reason else than just what you was talking about was Houdini Lied. Is that like a personal story from your past, or just kind of falling out with somebody?
Yeah, I mean, it's also a reference to the group Houdini song about friends, like saying that they lied about friends. But yeah, it's just like a me reminiscing on all of the times I got backstabbed and things like that by people I was close with.
Know-It-All. Yo, smile in your face, but when he in this room safe, he got displaced hatred. It be your own race, cold stairs, old man. How I keep a stone face. Niggas will turn on you for earnings. Vermin from Jamaica Ave to Vernon. Those close to you would put you on a poster. Remember y'all used to post up like posters. Now niggas phony like showbiz. But I'm focused though. Flashbacks of smoking the show. Something that awoke and the broken was spoken for sure. Same ones that want to see you on the floor. Pretend to adore you. Maybe I'm paranoid.
So, I mean, I know this is kind of y'all baby. It's hard to pick. What are some of y'all favorite tracks on the project?
Houdini Lied. Which is crazy because that's
what he said?
Houdini Lied, Still Sleeping.
Okay. I got a lot of favorites, man.
We had it for so long. I listened to these songs for so long.
Yeah, right. What is it? Murder in the Street, probably my favorite song. I'm not even gonna lie. Scale of Justice. I like Scale of Justice a lot too. I like Just Thinking a lot. The End. I like The End a lot.
Death's Door, one of my favorites.
Death's Door, yeah. All of the drumless like type
joints. One of the first beats you did too. Death's Door.
What you said?
Death's Door is one of the first beats you did for this too, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, let's. You brought up something that I wanted to touch on, but I'm glad you brought it up or whatever, and you just said it in one word. This whole dumbass debate over drumless drums, loops. Let's get into it. How do y'all feel about that debate in the producer community and as a rapper, Know-It-All, like, and knowing what type of sound you want? Do you give a fuck?
Me personally, I mean, ain't no debate for me, and I don't debate people who say, oh, they don't like drumless or they don't like this. Like, I like it, you don't. Like, it's nothing really to debate about. Like, they say, well, how is it hip hop with no drums? Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't have no explanation. I enjoy rapping over the beats. I enjoy the way they sound, and a lot of my love for this comes from listening to people like Rock Marcy and things like that. With what he does over them type of drumless beats and things like that. So. Yeah, like I enjoy the sound, but I enjoy drums too. Look, if the beat is fire, I'm going to rap on it. Or I'm going to listen to it. So you understand? It don't make a difference to me, drumless or not drumless. Is it good or is it not good? Is what it comes down to on some real shit.
Yeah, Skip. What about you?
I love it. I mean, I love anything. It's like he said, if it sounds good, I'm with it. Bottom line, like I don't care how it's made. I don't care if it sounds good. I'm with it. If it catches my ear, I'm with it.
Yeah,
Simple. Like I get why people don't like it. I understand that, but at the same time, you're just being creative. You know what I mean? As an artist, and if you give it to another artist, then they're creative. So it's like there's layers to it that maybe you're not even thinking of. And a lot of times, when I make the drums, if there's really no drums in them, a lot of people, they don't even listen. I'm heavy on my bass line from sampling that, So like, that's a huge thing. I don't even think people listen to that sometimes, half the time. Like, I know for my project that's dropping tonight, Skell's on it, and he's like, "Yo, his bass line's crazy."
Yeah,
I wouldn't
that's
even
tonight.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I wouldn't even have thought he would have heard that. You know what I mean? Like some people, I don't think he pick that up. But for me, that's a big thing. Big thing.
You got Skell. You said you got Skell on it?
it's a lot of it's a few people on there, man.
Yo, and
You
I
got
did
him
not.
rapping?
It's Sneaky
Well,
Attack,
maybe
man.
we'll see. We'll see some stories after we can talk about. Yeah, some stuff on it.
Okay.
For sure.
It turned out like crazy. Like it was just supposed to be a beat tape with a few hidden features, like 3, 4, and a few skits, people talking or whatever. And I just started, you know how I get. So I just started trying to pile it up, make it bigger and bigger, and just worked out. So hopefully people appreciate it like it's not.
Dope. And that's on Bandcamp only, right?
Yeah, but it'll be on everything about a month. I'm gonna always drop on my birthday. I don't care what day it is, what year. I'm gonna drop something on my birthday. And my birthday's
okay.
So that's
why
it was a little bit rushed, but I don't care.
Yeah, for sure. Happy early birthday though, by the way. But yeah, man, that's for me in the in the drum list, whatever. Like in my journey and learning how to do it. I like to. What's that?
Will you listen to them?
What?
Drummers. Like if they come on, you'll vibe out to them or not?
Yeah,
or you just
it don't matter. I like lo-fi. Like I listen to. I used to my whole time doing my school shit when I was going through school. I would listen to lo-fi beats just as a relaxing. It was like jazz to me. You know what I mean? But only with a nice little hip hop feel. I mean, if you like just a lot of the '90s stuff, which had a lot of lo-fi in it. You know what I mean? I mean, Tribe Called Quest, like, that whole album got that vibe. You know what I mean? A lot of their stuff had that vibe. So I don't mind it. I know that there's other things and other little tweaks to it that producers do. You know what I mean? And I'm learning it myself. I just enjoy doing it. You know what I mean? In my spare time. And eventually I may put it out to, people and stuff like that. But right now it's like some of the shit I feel like I'm making, like I like the shit.
Yeah.
It don't got no extra shit to it.
It sounds good to your ears. You know what I mean? Like that's what's going to catch other people too.
Awesome. Speaking of yo, you can rap too, my nigga. Like you nice, my nigga. I've been listening to your shit, bro. You nice. I seen your freestyle that you posted on the ground. Like, oh shit, like this nigga nice.
Yeah,
Word.
man.
You nice, bro.
Just trying to bring it back and just do a steady pace. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to do nothing too crazy and just surprise people, man. So I appreciate it.
Word.
Speaking of teams, I want to talk about Patty and Blaq Chidori, man. You guys had the spaces. You guys probably have gotten busy, so that's kind of slowed down. But you guys are still doing music.
No, we coming back this Saturday. We be back.
Oh, y'all coming
Saturday,
back? All
tomorrow.
right, cool.
Tomorrow.
Cool, because now I'm back in the States. I can actually tap in regular time. You know what I mean?
Also, we was there last Saturday. We did it again last Saturday.
Okay. Yeah. So y'all probably be going on late, man. My ass is old, man. So sometimes I'm.
No, tomorrow we be back regular time, 9 p.m. Eastern.
And I can do 9. Anything after that, I'm struggling to stay alive.
Yeah.
For sure, man. So I wanted to talk about the team and those two guys in particular and just what you guys do. To my knowledge, I scoured everywhere, looked around. Y'all got a bunch of songs together, but there's no project.
You want to know what's so crazy? I'm gonna tell you this: me, Patty, and Blaq actually don't have a song together. All together. All three.
Yeah. I see.
Isn't that crazy?
That's insane. Insane. I would have thought y'all would have had something all three of y'all together.
But there's one coming, and it's crazy. But I got several songs with both of them. Like I have said, like Patty is on my last album. Patty was on Soul Surgery. I was on Blaq's last album, and then Blaq is on now Blaq is on Soul Surgery. So now Blaq is on Music Save Me Too. Like, yeah, I enjoy working with them. They some of the best that I know. So like, I only want nice niggas on my shit. So I get they some of the nicest niggas I know. So I get them. And I fuck with them. They like that's like my family right there. Like I got real close with them, and we're not even the same age. Like I'm 30, Pat is 24, and Blaq is 19. But I just got such a bond with them. Like they like my brothers, to be honest. Word. We talk every day.
Dope.
That's dope.
Yeah, y'all definitely gotta put something out as a collective, man. Like I think you guys' styles just mesh together, you know what I mean? In terms of just y'all all rap different, you know what I mean? So y'all all don't sound the same, your tone ain't the same, you know what I mean? So yeah, if that can happen, man, that'd be dope.
Just keep your eyes open, man.
For sure. All right. So one of my last questions is, man, like you know, you have a ability to match to mix humor, to mix some stories, as you know on your last episode here, you know, kind of we were talking, it wasn't Soul Surgery, but just the last project you were kind of just talking about, you know, being on dialysis, getting off dialysis and stuff like that. So, you know, but the humor part of it too is also what kind of, I think, what people like the most about you. So have you always just naturally been just the funny dude with the snaps on the block, just talking shit all day long?
I have been getting in trouble for being a class clown since I was 7, 8 years old. Facts. Like I've always been the funny dude. Always, my whole life.
Sure, because like it's like a lot of lines. Like Skip, when you get some of these songs back, it just like the beat sometimes it just, you like, are you surprised that he went wherever he went with whatever rhyme he chooses to? For sure.
For real, I'm not just saying that. I'm always surprised. Like, gee, like, yo, you keep getting better too. It's crazy.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
Yeah, for real.
All right, so just want to talk about, you know, I don't want to keep you guys too long, but I just want to talk about like a little bit about what's next and for you guys individually and collectively.
Well, let me start off by saying that me, Pat, and Blaq, and a few others involved, we about to do an award show. We about to give out awards for the underground artists in 2022. It's going to be around early next year. We're going to do like a little ceremony on the space, and we're going to probably put it on YouTube. It's going to be basically an award show. We got about 30 categories. An example, like underground album of the year. Like we talk about underground, like on our level, like upcoming artists, and it's going to be lit. It's going to be crazy.
Shit, what about you, Skip? What you got coming up besides your project that's dropping in what, 4 hours?
Yeah, I got a project with Backwood Brad coming out in November, I believe. 6-song EP. Okay. And I got a few other things, but I'll just keep quiet. You never know. Sometimes I overtalk it, so we'll just keep things quiet. Just know that there's still a lot of stuff coming up. Oh, you know what? I could talk about me and MC.
All right, go ahead, Skip.
Me and MC Mills.
Nah, I was saying go ahead. You got something with MC Mills cooking?
A single, yeah. We're gonna drop a single, and maybe more to that. Stay tuned. And then on 30th, I start Scottie Pippen Sundays with Zilla.
Let's go.
Zilla F Baby. It'll be the first week. So.
Oh, 2G. You talking about 2G?
Yeah. Zilla,
yeah, that's the homie. Shout out to him.
That's
okay,
I got several weeks probably with different artists.
I got 2 projects that I'm in the process of working on for next year right now. One is it's basically a solo, and one is me and another artist. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, so you're gonna do like
what I'm talking about. It's me and another artist.
Okay, so you're gonna do like a little joint collab. All right.
Yeah, I'm giving out some good hints for y'all. Like,
get ready,
why 3 joints this year? Like this, as far as I'm concerned, like I think last year you didn't put out 3 joints. You just did some features and stuff like that.
No, I just planned. I don't know. When I started on the machine and shit, I was just like, I'm gonna drop 3 albums this year. That's just what I told myself, and I did it. And I'm so happy that I did it.
Us too.
Sure, yeah. I mean, yeah. I think every single time I've seen you drop, like I've seen like, you know, just a lot of praise, a lot of people showing you love,
and I really appreciate that shit, for real.
Sure, and I don't think it's just bullshit love. I just think people genuinely rock with who you are as a person.
Super talented.
I think so too.
Genuine, I think.
Yeah, and
Thank you.
for the artists out there, man, just like spending time on social media, spending time on actually being a genuine person and just seeming like you're a human on social media can go a lot of ways. Like you don't do a lot of extra shit on social media. You just kind of do, it's just like regular shit. Like, you know what I mean? And and I think that's why you win, and I think that's why you're continuing to kind of excel every single time with something out. You know what I mean? And Skip, like
Appreciate
you said,
that, bro.
no doubt, no doubt. 2020, you picked up an MPC. You're just figuring things out. You're learning as you go, man, and you just kind of trusting your gut. And that's difficult to do, man. So, and I know that as well, running a podcast and doing a bunch of different things. So, you continue to do what you do, man.
Thank you.
For sure. So, fellas, man, before I let y'all go, y'all got any last words? Y'all want to kind of mention your social media and stuff like that before we let you go?
Just thanks for having me at this.
NYC.
For everything.
Where I appreciate you for having me. Know It All NYC on Instagram, Know It All NY11 on Twitter, and also just stay tuned for 2023. 2023 is going to be crazy as far as music releases, and I don't even mean just for myself. A lot of my peers, it's just going to be a real good year. I can feel it in the air. 2022 was a great year.
Everybody in the community, I think everybody's just getting better. Really, it's really
for sure.
All right. So if y'all want some witty bars, y'all want some hilarious lines, you want some heartfelt shit, you just want some boom bap shit, you just want some shit that you don't even have to zone out to, you just want to hear dope rhymes and dope beats and that's it, then go check out Music Save Me Part 2, man. I mean, Music Save Me Part 2 is dope, man. What can I say, man? I wanted to have them on, finally get you two brothers together, man. So blessings to you guys and everything you do moving forward, man. So I appreciate y'all time.
Yes. Finally left with the plan fit. Never trust your sus. We define what's real. Shuffle shit, took losses. You know the deal. It was never an option to miss a meal. It was never an option to skip a bit. Got low, mindset of a Navy SEAL. Took my queen off the board. Now we move freely.